Hello, welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the second Italian team that's left in this Champions League, knowing that's Napoli. So Napoli, since the restart, have been pretty up and down. Gattuso's been playing some good football. They recently won 2-1 or 2-0, I think, on the last day of Seri A against Lazio. So it's a pretty positive performance. So for the whole year, they've been pretty underwhelming, though. Started the year with Ancelotti as the manager, then it ended badly with players having a strike and loads of other problems like that. Gattuso came back and brought sort of second life to the team, but it's still been a pretty negative year for them. They did draw the first leg 1-1 with Barcelona, and that we'll touch on for the future. But right now, looking at Napoli, uh, do they have what it takes to sort of continue in this Champions League this year?
Um, I think it's going to be tough. I think their league domestic performances haven't been up to their standards. I think they've disappointed. The top scorer this year is Milik, with only 11 goals in the Serie A season. So I think it's going to be hard coming against Barcelona. I think even though Barcelona is having their difficulties, yeah, I think it's going to be hard, and I think it's yeah, I don't think they're going to go any further.
Mm. Yeah, for me, I don't know, it's a bit mixed because, like you said, they haven't had a great season. But I think there is, especially post-lockdown, there is some momentum going on with Gattuso, and I think the team is slowly building up some team spirit. And I think on just if you look on the post-lockdown part of their football, obviously, I think they've done quite a good job. Not a great result, finishing seventh, but I think they're going in having a chance against Barcelona. So yeah, I think it's not the end for them, and I think they have a chance.
Yeah. I mean, then again, you look at the team. This brings us to another question: if maybe Napoli are a bit underrated, because they do have quality at every line. You still have Koulibaly in that back four, who's maybe one of the best centre backs in the world.
Yeah.
The midfield maybe seems a bit shaky, but still you've got Insigne. Milik is a big potential player in that attack. Just thinking about it, as Pablo said, they're in a good run of form. Is this team more than we would actually like to admit?
Mm, go on.
Yeah, I didn't hear. Is this team more what? Sorry.
Underrated than we'd like to admit.
I think so. Yeah, I think they have a lot of good talent, especially good wingers, especially now with the signing of Victor Osimhen from Lille. I think they're a team that no one talks a lot about. In Italy, it's always Juventus, Inter Milan. Sometimes, actually, it is Napoli, but this year it hasn't been that much. It's been Lazio with Immobile. I think I see, as Paolo said, with Gattuso, he's picking up back momentum. He's really solidifying this team. He's trying also to look at options for the transfer of potentially of Koulibaly going away. So I think that this is a team that is really intelligent in its transfers, and that could potentially also cause like a remontada like Roma 2 years ago. So I think those players, the wingers, are the ones that we have to look out for against the match against Barcelona.
Hmm. Yeah. I also think that they're full of surprise. They can have very bad games against small teams and then have great games against the giants like Barcelona. So yeah, maybe they are underrated, but there's also the fact that they have quite a lot of high and lows, so they're not very consistent in that way, and so we can't really regard them as a top team in Italy.
Yeah, yeah, and then Gattuso seems like to be a very mentally driven manager, where maybe tactically it's not going to be the best, but you saw him when he went to AC Milan, where they were playing badly. Gattuso came in, and it worked well for maybe a range of games, but not for the whole season. So maybe with Napoli here, once again, maybe he's going to have that sort of boost since the restart, and maybe it can be enough. Maybe not to go the whole way, but I think definitely if you can get those players sort of rattled up and get like Insigne or Mertens like sort of angry, so to speak, it could definitely sort of boost them. Since they're not in a bad position, as well. Of course they've got an away goal against them with a 1-1 draw, but yeah, I mean, this brings us to the game against Barcelona then. So 1-1 in the home game. Going into this away game, is it a stretch to say that they might be favourites?
Who, Napoli?
Yeah.
I think it is a stretch. I think even though Barcelona have a tendency of conceding big comebacks, I still think it is a stretch. Especially, I think many people expect Napoli. Their way of winning this game would be to rely on the defense and their quick counterattacks. Probably just a simple smash and grab. I think saying that Napoli would be the favorites for this game is an overstatement.
Yeah, same. I wouldn't say they're favorites. They do have an advantage, obviously, the home drawing against Barcelona, and also not having to play at the Camp Nou with all the fans and everything. I think that's a great advantage for them. But I wouldn't say they're the favorites, no.
Yeah, it could be difficult to see it, but I think when you look at the scenario of the game, what would be really interesting if Napoli grabbed that first goal, they could lock down pretty well. I mean, maybe Koulibaly can't carry the whole defense, but it will still be interesting. I think that should be their main goal is really start out fast on the break, really try and make Barcelona doubt a lot because they're not confident right now. Napoli have nothing to lose, so might as well go for it. And I think you saw it against Real Madrid. It was 2 years ago, I think, where they lost the first leg 2-1, I want to say, and then on the away leg against Real, they sort of made it a competition with I think Insigne scoring the first goal, and I think they have it in them. It's just if they can sort of overcome the sort of being scared to do.
Yeah, they also don't. Yeah.
Because
they don't have the experience like big clubs to carry on, like holding, I don't know, 1-0.
Yeah, and even you saw it in Seri A two years ago when they've been in the race a couple of times and they've always ended up crumbling. I mean, of course, it was under Sarri at the time, but maybe it seems kind of like mentality-wise in the club where Insigne and Mertens sort of can't step up. Because I don't know, they've been there for a while, and it seems like they've reached the ceiling of the club, which is pretty sad to see. Because they're fantastic players, to be fair. So, yeah, this brings us on to the predictions for the game and maybe for the rest of the tournament. What do you guys say?
I think the game could actually go either way. I'm favoring Barcelona despite the difficulties with the whole Arthur situation and the locker room kind of being all over the place. I still favor Barcelona, but I wouldn't be surprised if Napoli came out on top. But however, I do think if they do come out on top, then I doubt they will go any further. I think because they're on the side of Man City, Bayern Munich. They're on that side. So if they do come overcome Barcelona, then I think it's still going to be the end of the road after that.
Yeah, I make the same prediction as well. They could win this game, maybe like 1-0, 2-0, but they also could get completely smashed after, I don't know, like a 10 seconds goal or something like that. I see that. But yeah, no, it would end there, I think.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a game that's going to be sort of decided in the first half. I mean, if it's 0-0 after the first half, Barcelona are definitely going for it. But if
Mhm.
Napoli can quickly make a sort of contest for it, it could become interesting. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you guys. I don't see him going into the quarters and
Mhm.
you know having sort of maybe sort of make it a bit uncomfortable for Barcelona, but nowhere near enough to get them out of the Champions League.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been our Napoli preview. The Champions League is coming fast, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with Atalanta, I think, we'll be doing next. So, bye.